Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to do a Bible lesson, and our book of the Bible for this week is the book of Mark. So we are going to read about the book of Mark. Okay, Matthew was the first book of the New Testament. We learned about it last week. Mark is the second book of the New Testament. Yeah, so last week we learned about Matthew. That's the first book of the New Testament. And now we are on to the second book, which is Mark. Okay, so Mark was not one of Jesus' 12 disciples, but he was a good friend of his disciple Peter. Like Matthew, Mark wrote his book to tell people all about who Jesus was. Mark tells many of the same stories that Matthew told, including Jesus' baptism, Jesus' miracles, and Jesus' death. Mark doesn't tell us anything about Jesus' birth or his childhood. Mark focused more on Jesus' ministry. So Mark talked a lot about Jesus' work that he did here on earth. A ministry is the work that a person does or a group of people do to share their faith or beliefs. A ministry usually includes specific acts or activities like feeding the poor, healing the sick, or building homes for the homeless. Yeah, so Jesus did a lot of these things when he was here on earth. Many people think that Jesus' ministry was to heal people or do miracles, but it wasn't. His miracles were important because they attracted people to him and because they showed people how powerful he was. Jesus' ministry was to tell people the truth about who he was and how they could get to heaven and be friends with God again. Jesus' life was all about God's plan. The book of Mark tells many of the same stories that the book of Matthew tells. This shows us that they were both witnesses to the same events. This is how we can know that the Bible is true. The two most important things about the book of Mark are number one, the life and death of Jesus are real events, and number two, the most important thing we could do to show that we believe that Jesus' life and death is real is to love others. Yeah, so important. The end. All right, guys. Well, nice job listening to the book and following along. I hope that you do the prayer activities that go along with this lesson, and I will see you next time. Bye.